Describe this real quick, Nate. What are we standing by?
We're standing by the new BMW R9T. It is our last air and oil cooled platform, and the direction of just a really cool, trendy art bike that you can individualize. That is a street version. I really wanted to take the Cafe Racer title and make it functional though. So I took an R9T into this environment to show that you can't judge a book by its valve cover.
Ha, that's great. And then, guys, this guy Nate Kern right here on this R9T will be up in front and struggling for the win with a couple guys like Chris Boy and are you with Chris?
And Pat.
And Pat
Absolutely.
Mooney. So, guys, this will be a fun race to watch. And this motorcycle was not designed to get on the racetrack. So, because you don't have all the adjustabilities of a race bike, where does the adjustability start?
It starts with the craft. It starts with what you understand about the craft. And when I say the craft, literally, are you going where you're looking or are you running wide? Okay? And the simplicity of 3 parts to a turn. And anything and everything, again, that I feel kind of like an old head now, you know, with a little bit of maybe hindsight and wisdom, sometimes the hard way. But you really minimized the hard way. You minimize some heartache and injuries by teaching me something so fundamentally simple that will minimize lean angle and maximize contact patch.
Yep.
And that, you know, I like to interject all the simple things. But at the end of the day, to run this platform against purpose-built race bikes is really where the soul and the fun. There's this much adjustability. It's up to us to figure out how. And just in the last practice session, you know, I'm limited to one choice of gearing. I have a final drive, a 23-pound sprocket, if you want to call it that. So, you know, it hurts me here, it helps me there, but at the end of the day, what can I do? 2 turns before, I moved it over 14 inches. I moved it over maybe, you know, a little over a foot, and it changed my complete exit 2 turns later and my gear selection. So at the end of the day, I love this platform because it is soulful, but at the same time, it gets you back to the analog understanding of fundamentals.
Nate, how hard do you have to ride this R9T to run with these Pinegallis and EBRs? Where are you on the whole trying effort?
Well, let's put it this way. I mean, we were fortunate enough to put in the second fastest lap today on a machine that people say should be sitting in front of Starbucks. But you know what? If you truly, again, get back to understanding how and why contact patch and suspension all work together, the strongest point of this machine right now is actually the brakes. What I lose on aerodynamics and what I lose due to an air oil cooled engine that only revs to 8,500 RPM versus 180 rear wheel horsepower machines is the braking. Braking has always been one of my strongest suits due to your school, due to the previous school that I took with you. And I know you've transferred all that knowledge to everything you've gone moving forward, because if you deviate from it, you're not going to get the results. So I actually, on a scale of 1 to 10, I have to do a perfect 10 every lap on this machine because it doesn't really have the ability to make up for, you know, meaning power. Again, aerodynamics, gearing selection.
Lean angle is limited.
Well, you know, we can go definitely over 50-degree of lean. A lot of people don't feel that the cylinder heads have that ability, but with proper fundamentals of body position, you truly can minimize not twisting your spine up the gas tank, staying straight across, and it starts with your base. Your feet dictate your top. End of story. Shooting, fighting, riding, they all have one thing in common: your base. So your feet are very critical on how they're positioned on the foot pegs in the rear sets to allow that upper body to not twist and keep a high center of gravity, but to be able to lower your center of gravity to clear these cylinder heads, but also give me that insurance and that ability to have enough rubber on the ground to trail or accelerate to get out of situations.
I love it. This has been IMAX Tuesday, a chance to not only catch up with a very neat motorcycle, but a really cool guy and someone who has gone to school and really taken those lessons to heart. And now he's working for BMW, racing BMWs, and life's pretty good for Nate, huh?
I'm fortunate. I'm thankful, very thankful.